So hi everybody, it's Dawn Livingston from New Earth Healing and a big welcome to part one of a three-part series on success, or maybe that should be lack thereof, because there's things we're going to discuss today that prevent you from being successful. Okay, we're going to look at the belief systems that are holding you back, and we're going to clear some of those over the next 3 weeks. So I want you to have a think about what success is for you. What would make you happy? If you were successful at something, what would it be? So would it be, say, a new job, a new car? Would it be success at school, maybe graduation? What about even just driving to the shops and making sure that there was a parking space for you? Crazy, right? You know, our lives, I just want to take a couple of minutes to talk about the energy and how it works. And your reality is just your video game, just like my reality is my video game. And the only person that can choose to change that is yourself. And it's incredible that we have that ability to do it now. And that's what I want to help you with. So you know about the Matrix, right? So there's Morpheus, and he's sitting on the chair, and he's got Neo across from him, and he says, you can take the blue pill, and you can go back to your life, and you can do exactly the same as you've been doing before, and you're going to be none the wiser. And of course, Neo wasn't happy with his life, was he? So then Morpheus says, well, here, take the red pill. And then you go down the rabbit hole and you'll see everything exactly as how it is, meaning you can change it. So of course Neo takes the red pill. So if you're listening to this, pat on the back for knowing that you have the ability to make the changes in your life, these positive changes. So congratulations, and I'm absolutely delighted to be able to help you with this. So you're probably, most of you will be aware of the law of attraction. So it's the way, it's our thoughts, our words and actions that actually create our reality. So it's positive thinking. And the other thing that's actually, it's probably more prominent to blocks is your belief system. Now, whether they are conscious belief systems or their subconscious belief systems, they are what prevent you from receiving anything at all. Belief systems, I just want to come in and talk about our belief systems, because you don't just create them from this lifetime. They come forward with all your past lives and all your belief systems from forever and ever. And in this lifetime, we are taught by our parents, our grandparents, our teachers, TV, anything. So what we see and read is what we end up believing. Take, for example, cancer. So we hear and we read from the mainstream media or the TV or wherever that in 5 years' time, 50% of us will have cancer. So that becomes part of our belief system. And then what happens? We create a 50% chance of giving ourselves cancer because that's what we believe. Now think about it for a sec. We get lots of information that tells us how to think, and we take that on. And we don't just take on those things, we actually take on belief systems from our friends and family, from our community, from our country or state, and from the entire planet. It's called the collective consciousness. And once we remove these negative belief systems from ourselves, it automatically reduces that belief system in the collective consciousness. So we're actually not just helping ourselves, we're helping the planet as a whole. Now, let me see what I need to tell you here. I've got my little list. Once we start to remove these belief systems, some of them can be pretty deep-rooted. So I want to tell you a little bit about what happened to me the last, I would say maybe a month ago now. I was doing some really advanced healing with a fellow teacher, and I think we only did 5 pretty advanced activations each, so we had a total of 10. And about 3 days later, I felt like I'd been hit by a truck. Absolutely awful. Felt all flu, my joints were all inflamed. I had, my head felt like it was in a vice. And that was just a few days after we did these activations. So what you'll find is a few days after, or it could be a few weeks, it depends on how quickly you integrate them. If they're really deep rooted like mine were, you may have some like cold or flu-like symptoms, but don't worry about it because it passes really quickly. The point I'm trying to make is that you've had these belief systems, these deep-rooted belief systems for all of your lives. So they're really deep-rooted, they're really in there. Your body's trying to get rid of that because that's your choice. You want to get rid of them. And sometimes it'll fight tooth and nail and it'll just hold on to them for grim death, which will result in some of these like flu-like symptoms. Sometimes you can just sail through it. There's no side effects whatsoever. But if you do, don't be surprised and know that you're going to feel super awesome the next again day, because I certainly did. Sorry, I was just about to have a coughing fit there. So let me tell you a little bit about this healing and how it works. I want you to know that it's not me that's doing the healing for you. You're actually doing it yourself. Because the healing is not done between me and you. It's done between you and the Creator or God, whichever term you want to use. It's fine by me. My role is to instigate the healing. Yours is to receive it. All I do is witness the energy, the negative energy being released from you, and then I know it's done. So that's my role here. So know that you are doing the healing yourself. It's self-healing, and over time you'll start to notice the shifts. Things will start to get better for you. Now it could be days, it could be weeks, it could even continue on for months, but subtly you'll start to see the changes coming in. Okay, so anybody ready for some healing? Okay, 2 seconds.